that our books were burnt in history? You know what the wisdom was? Allah wanted the victors to even prove we were right. Normally the victors write history, correct? And they couldn't remove Ali ibn Abi Talib from being born in the Kaaba, correct or no? As the poet says, why did Allah allow Ali ibn Abi Talib to be born in the Kaaba? So even his enemies would have to bow down to him 5 times a day for the whole of their life. Yes? Even the enemy who tries to remove the merit of Ali ibn Abi Talib has to do sujood before where he was born 5 times a day. That just in case you think you can remove the merit of Amir al-Mu'mineen, even you will have to bow down. Now, when he was born, Rasulullah had taken him. When Rasulullah took him, there's an interesting point to be mentioned. When Rasulullah took him, he took him, and sometimes we hear that when he took him, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib recited the Quran straight away, correct or no? But there's a question here. Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib was born 10 years before Rasulullah announced Islam, correct or no? Yes? Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib was born 10 years before Rasulullah announced Islam. That means when Imam was born, how old was Rasulullah? 30, yes? So the age gap between Imam Ali and Rasulullah is how many years? 30. So on the day of Ghadir, Imam Ali was how old? 33. Thank you so much. Those of you who didn't know the answer, yes, I give you a piece of advice. Try and go home and open your heart to Islamic history. Don't be someone who knows about the history of this piece of this and this piece of nonsense. They wonder why the Muslims are in this state. 33, Imam Ali. Now, Imam Ali ibn Talib, 10 years before Rasulullah announced the Quran and that he has the Quran and so on. Yes? So how's Imam Ali reciting the Quran? How? If we say Imam Ali recited words from the Quran, but the Quran was revealed 10 years later. We know very well from last year's lectures, the Quran has a physical existence and a pre-revealed existence, correct? Cannot Ali ibn Abi Talib have access to the pre-revealed existence? Does he not come under the title of those who in the Quran says, none can touch it but the purified ones? Who are the mutahharun except Muhammad and Al Muhammad? And do you know how this is proved? One day Imam Ali was sitting with Rasulullah in Medina. When he was sitting in Masjid Nabawi with Rasulullah in Medina, a young man walked in towards Rasulullah and Imam Ali, and he said salam to Rasulullah and Imam Ali with an immense amount of respect, and especially Imam Ali. Rasulullah looked at him and said, why do you show so much respect when you said salam to me? And you know, Rasulullah, when he talks like this, he knows what is happening. He said, why do you show so much respect when you came and said hello to me and salam to Ali? He said, this is the way a student should say salam to a teacher. He said to him, what do you mean? He said, I am Jibreel. I have come in the form of a youth. Let me tell you why I say salam in this way. Because when I was created, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked me, who are you and who am I? But the amount of light that shone from the arsh of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala meant that I was not able to answer him. So I heard a voice from behind me say to him that you are the Rabb al-Jalil. And you reply back to him that you are Al-Abd al-Dhalil. Answer Allah by saying that Allah is what? Al-Rabb al-Jalil. And that you are what? Al-Abd al-Dhalil. That Allah is the nourishing, pure, great Lord. And that you are what? You are the insignificant servant. He said, when I answered Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this way, Allah was so pleased with my answer that he made me the angel who transports wahi from Allah to the prophets. When I turned around to see who gave me the answer, I saw the light of Ali ibn Abi Talib behind me. Let's have another one. Another Nara Haydari, please. Let's have another one. Let's have another one, inshallah. Another one, inshallah. One more Nara Haydari. Let's have a loud salawat in honor of Amir al-Mu'mineen. This is not a loud salawat. Please give me one stronger than this. This is a normal salawat. Therefore, Therefore, you find those who came and said, well, Ali ibn Abi Talib was born 10 years before. Ali ibn Abi Talib has more knowledge of the Quran than any human being, for he is from the light of Rasulullah. Yes? Rasulullah would have taught him. He was a pure light with Rasulullah 1,000 years before Adam. If Jibreel says, I didn't know how to answer when I turned around, it was the light of Ali. Therefore, Ali ibn Abi Talib was aware of all of this. Someone says, when he was born, did his eyes look at the Kaaba? No. Do you know what the proof is? The only companion of Rasulullah, who our brothers in Ahlul Sunnah do not say radiyallahu anh next to his name. They say karramallah wajha. Why? Because every other companion was born and he lived through sujood to idols. Only one did his eyes never go towards idol worship. Yes? If you look at Nasa'i in his Sunan, Ahmad bin Hanbal in his Musnad, next to Ali ibn Abi Talib, it doesn't say radiyallahu anh. It says karramallah wajha. Allah has honored his face, that his face never looked towards idols. Then what was Fatima bint Asad's last line? She said, and let me tell you one thing. Allah told me that it's my son who one day will break these idols and will stand in front of the Kaaba and do the adhan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Did her son later on break those idols? Of course he broke them. He stood on the shoulders of Rasulullah and broke them, and he said, I don't know which one to be more pleased with. I am above the Rahma lil Alameen. Yes? I am standing here above what? I am standing above Rahmatan lil Alameen, and I am below Rabb al Alameen. Yes? What an honor for Ali. Therefore you found that Fatima bint Asad, the birth was clear, and the symbols of the birth was clear. And indeed that relationship between Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib and the Kaaba was a phenomenal relationship. Was Ali ibn Abi Talib the one who was honored by being born in the Kaaba? Not at all. The Kaaba was honored by Ali being born inside it. The Kaaba is stone. Ali ibn Abi Talib is human integrity and honor and dignity. The Kaaba was the house of Allah. Yes? The heart of Ali ibn Abi Talib is the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Doesn't Allah say that qalb al-mu'min is the arsh of the Rahman? The heart of the mu'min is the arsh of Allah. Is there a mu'min like Amir al-Mu'mineen? He is the prince of the believers. Number two, Rasulullah says, Ali ibn Abi Talib is like the Kaaba. You go to him, he doesn't come to you. The Khawarij came to Ali ibn Abi Talib one day. They said to him, listen, you've got a problem. He said, what? Said that you should go out and ask the people to support you. Because not many people are supporting you. So if you want their votes, go out and get them to vote. Imam Ali says, have you read the ayah in the Quran, Surah 3, verse 97? He said, tell me. He said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ إِلَيْهِ سَبِيلًا. And it's incumbent upon the people, yes, that Allah has a right on them that they come to visit his house. He said, yes, I've read the ayah. He said, is it wajib on you to visit Allah's house? He said, yes. He said, if you don't visit Allah's house, does the house lose sanctity? This is different level. He said, does the house lose sanctity if you don't go towards it? I said, no, the house remains the same. We're the ones who lose. He said, I, Rasulullah said, I'm like the house. You're the ones who lose by not coming to me. I don't have to go out to look for you. That's why at Saqifa, those who said Ali should go out and get himself votes. Whether you come to Ali ibn Abi Talib or you don't, it's your loss. He remains Imam for Salman, Imam for Abu Dhar, Imam for Ammar, Imam for Miqdad. If you take someone else as your Imam, that's your problem. You deal with him on the day of judgment and hopefully you get shafa'ah from that person. Ali ibn Abi Talib is like the Kaaba. You come to him. He doesn't come to you. Yes? That's why when people said after Saqifa, why did he go out and get his votes? He doesn't need to. If the people want him, then he's sanctioned in. If the people don't want him, he sits back. Let the people have their rule. I will not be a dictator over them. I am like the Kaaba. You come to me. I do not come to you. And that's why in further relation with the Kaaba, when he died, what did he say? Fuztu wa Rabbil Kaaba. I have won by the Lord of the Kaaba. My relationship with Allah begun in the heavens. And on this earth, it begun in the Kaaba. And I died, and I swear I have won by the Lord of the Kaaba. Never can a human separate Ali ibn Abi Talib from the Kaaba, or the Kaaba from Ali. And until today in Saudi Arabia, until today, that crack of Ali ibn Abi Talib where he was born still opens. Correct or no? Until today. And they try and cement it. Who are you trying to fool? Are you trying to remove the nur of Allah on earth? That crack keep open. Every year they cement. The next year it opens. Why? You can never remove Ali ibn Abi Talib's love from this world, nor his legacy from this world. You think you can try and say that Ali wasn't born in the Kaaba? Wallah, he was born, and we'll hold on to that belief for the rest of our life. And that's why when Fatima bint Asad died, it truly was a devastating time for Rasulullah and for Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. Rasulullah was the one who shrouded Fatima bint Asad with his own kafan. You know that? Rasulullah, when Fatima bint Asad died, he came near her grave. And when he came near her grave, they looked at him. And he said, you know, I told Fatima bint Asad one day that there'll be some people raised naked on the day of judgment. So she became sad. I said to her, but not you. Allah will raise you clothed and beautiful on the day of judgment. Oh, my mother, some people, the squeezing of the grave will affect them when they die, but not you. Allah will expand for you where you are buried. Umar ibn al-Khattab came and said, Ya Rasulullah, I've never seen you show so much love and dedication with anyone when they've passed away in this way. He said, oh Umar, do you not know 70,000 angels are praying by her grave right now as I'm burying her? 70,000